young girl and her family after she survived a shark attack. We're hearing from her doctors as they work to save her hand. This is still ongoing. Let's continue to listen in.
And you need that collaborative care for this whole repair and this whole kind of result, to be quite honest with you, and that's not offered anywhere else. It's why they decided to fly 2 hours in a helicopter to us, because they knew that we could handle it, and they knew that we would have the best chance of kind of repairing and making.
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Hess.
So I just wanted to say that decision in the field to fly directly here was monumental, because if they would have flown to another hospital and then had to go through all this and then were flown here, we'd have been well outside of the 6 hours that we like to revascularize a hand. By flying directly here and having the great care that they had in the ER here and then getting them immediately to the OR, we were able to revascularize the hand within 4.5 hours. So that is so much better for the tissues and the recovery and the future function of this hand.
And I promised I'm going to try and keep us on time. I know we have our reporter friends in the audience. I'm going to try and look behind here. Kylie, anybody? Hi. Anybody have questions out here? Yep.
Question for the family. When I talked to one of the construction workers, Renell, he was talking about how he still saw the shark. He was about 6 to 8 feet. Can you guys just talk about after and victims kind of seeing the shark still in the water, kind of just?
I didn't see anything. So when that happened, and you kind of glance around, I didn't see nothing at all, and that scared me more.
What was it like just having them there? Because when I talked to him on the phone, he was like he was with her every step of the way.
Yes, yeah. He helped tie the. I think my husband was with him when they tied. What did he have? He had like a strap, I think a work strap. One of the men was trying to take off a shirt because we didn't have anything. I was like, can somebody take off their shirt or something so we can stop bleeding somehow? And so one of them did start taking off a shirt, but then another man had that strap that they tied. So we're very, very thankful to them for being there, at that moment to help us.
And doctors, how important is that? If someone gets bit by a shark, what should they do in the meantime to get to where you guys are?
So yeah, that's obviously in a situation like this, everyone's helping and trying to, make sure that she gets to the appropriate place. And I think just the recognition of the other hospitals, especially in that area, recognizing that this is above the level of care that they can provide, and that's that key is making that decision early on to get the life flight involved, to get them to transfer immediately, and so that's the important part of it.
Yeah, the only other thing I would add to that is that the tourniquet, obviously, how just critical that is. Putting something above that, whether it's a belt, anything you have, strap it above it. We commonly are teaching Stop the Bleed. It's a huge campaign that we are part of, American College of Surgeons is part of. We offer classes all the time. If you see those, please take them. It's really critical out in the field to kind of help us through those moments. We can't do anything if we lose that time in the field, and so you have the ability to really save a life, and so put something on there, try to stop that bleed as you can, put something above, especially in extremities, put some sort of kind of device to kind of just tighten it down. It's going to hurt, but it's going to stop that bleed. If there's something in somewhere else, put direct pressure, take your shirt off, put your shirt on their belly. If there's the bleeding there, put it directly on there, hold pressure and don't let go. And we will, if you can get it to us, hopefully we can do the rest.
Kylie, go ahead.
If that's good, Leah, you are a champ. I think we all think you're a huge champ in this room. How were you so brave during all of that?
I don't know.
She didn't have a choice.
For those of us on this side of the room, that's the beauty of pediatrics.
Yes.
The beauty, and that's why we love being here at Moomin Children's Hospital, is because these kids are resilient. They teach us something every day. We as parents struggle. We are the ones getting the gray hairs left and right, and they are teaching us. Their resiliency makes this job that much easier.
Can you just tell us how you're feeling? How are you doing right now?
Very good.
Anything you're looking forward to doing once your hand heals? Anything you're excited about?
Playing with all my siblings.
Yeah, she misses that.
Doctors, it's obviously going to be a long road to recovery. Can you talk a little bit more about how that therapy is, how long the therapy is really going to have to drag out, and if there are any long-lasting impacts from reattaching Leah's hands?
Sure. Really good. So, yes, I mean, what's been said about pediatrics is great. I mean, the pediatric patient has a much better chance of recovering because they're young. She has open growth plates. She's still growing. Her tissues are so much better than adults. And so her recovery we expect to be better, especially with nerve function. You know, when the entire wrist is severed like this, so you have to repair, you know, vessels is the first thing, getting the blood back to the hand, which we did in a timely fashion, which was great. But also we repair the nerves, and those just don't click on. It's just like turning a light switch. They have to grow back, okay? And children have a much greater chance of gaining sensibility to their hand, so sensation, and reinnervating the little muscles, the intrinsic muscles in the hand to get coordinated hand function. So we think that she should get all of that back, we're hoping, you know, and we want to see what her wrist does, because this cut was very unique. It went right through the carpus, right through the wrist joint, and so we have, you know, pinned the wrist joint, and that will scar back in, and then we just have to see how that is going to respond as far as getting wrist motion back.
And Mom and Dad, you also have other children as well. Can you talk a little bit about Leah's siblings' reaction to everything? Obviously, it's pretty shocking for them too, since they were so close to everything.
Her older sister, they're very, very close. They're like besties, you know. They grew up together. They're only a year and like 4 months apart. And so Jemima, that's the older one, when she had reached the shore, she was crying. She was falling over. You know, she didn't know how to help her. She kept praying. She was really traumatized. My son, he's younger than Leah, and he had like a shock. He kept screaming, like yelling, traumatized. He was just like, you know, like he couldn't. So I was trying to, while my husband was tending to her, I was trying to calm them all down. And that's another thing, like the construction workers there, they were helping me. You know, one of them took one of my little babies and tried to hold her and just kind of pat her on the back, and it was just so kind of them to offer that. There's a lady that was that lives in one of the houses who had come out, who was trying to calm me down, you know, and help me with the kiddos. She helped me put them in the car seats so that I can go home. She brought us water. She was just it was so nice to have people who are just there, you know, who are so kind. But yeah, it was a lot for my children to see this. Like, they were kind of scared for a while.
Leah, this was obviously a very scary situation. Do you plan to go in the water anytime again?
Yes.
What about your mom, Dad? More family trips?
You know, this is not something that always happens, and they know it because all our kids were raised at the beach. Leah was born in Hawaii, so they've been at the beach since they were little, and they've watched so many documentaries. They love this kind of stuff, you know, the encounters and this and that. And I think, you know, that's another thing that helped their knowledge of what to do. Like, she had a very good reaction of what to do. So that did help her. But yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be swimming. That's their favorite thing to do. It's like their playground.
Any other questions?
Leah, if you could talk to the construction workers again and these amazing doctors, what do you have to say to them?
Thank you.
Any other questions that we're missing? Thank you guys for being here. We're, if we are able to hold, we're going to get a couple group photos up here with the team. And then we do ask everybody for a little bit of privacy as the family heads out. But I think we kept it on time, guys. So we'll get everybody to their appointments. We do. We'll have X-ray photos, and then the photos that you sent us last night we'll have too. Yeah, we'll have some before and after photos for you guys. All right. Mr. Alex is going to change his lens. Do you guys want to go ahead and stand up? We can move Leah up a little bit further here.
And we were just listening in live to this press conference right here. It does appear they are now taking some photos. But again, we were listening in here to the family of Leah Lendel. She's that 9-year-old girl that you saw on stage. She survived a shark attack off Florida's Gulf Coast, and they were sharing their emotional journey and their daughter's recovery process. We also heard from the medical team at Tampa General Hospital. They gave updates and provided details on the life-saving care and steps they took to save Leah's hand from this shark bite. Also hearing from the medical team about what to do if you get bitten by a shark. Hopefully that does not happen, but they did give some pretty good life-saving tips there as well. We'll keep an update on Leah's story here, and we'll continue to update you if we do learn anything else. We do have a lot of other headlines going on here today that I did want to transition to here as you're taking a live look right now at our XRAD